In a world that often defines success by speed, perfection, and conformity, Melissa and Alan Kearney chose a different definition: courageous love, unshakable faith, and fierce advocacy. Their son, Isaac Kearney, was born with Wolf-Hirschhorn Syndrome, WHS, a rare genetic disorder characterized by developmental delays, intellectual disability, and distinctive facial features. As if that wasn't enough, Isaac was recently diagnosed with craniosynostosis, a condition where the bones in a baby's skull join together too early. For many, these diagnoses might feel like a devastating blow. But for Melissa and Alan, they became a call to rise. They didn't just raise a child with complex needs, they raised a warrior. And in the process, they became warriors themselves. This is the story of how two parents built a world where hope defied fear, ability outshone disability, and Isaac grew into a symbol of joy, resilience, and unstoppable spirit. 1. Radical acceptance. Embracing the child, not the diagnosis. The Kearneys' journey began with a painful yet powerful moment, the day they were told that Isaac had Wolf-Hirschhorn Syndrome. It was followed by long nights, anxious hospital visits, and emotional turmoil. But they made a pivotal decision: they would not see Isaac as broken, they would see him as a masterpiece with a different design. They grieved the expectations they had, but never for Isaac. They chose to love him completely, not conditionally. Their secret. They didn't fight reality, they embraced it. They chose joy over despair, even on the hard days. They focused on who Isaac was becoming, not what the medical charts said he wouldn't be. 2. Fighting with faith, when science hits a wall. Wolf-Hirschhorn Syndrome comes with a long list of can'ts: he won't walk, talk, or live long. But the Kearneys refused to let a diagnosis write Isaac's future. Then came craniosynostosis, a condition requiring delicate cranial surgery and posing new risks. It would have shattered many families. But Melissa and Alan turned to what they knew best: faith. They've walked through uncertainty holding onto the hand of the one who sees beyond what we can. Their secret. They leaned heavily into spiritual resilience, finding strength in prayer and community. They viewed every battle as a faith journey, not a failure. Their home wasn't built on fear but on a living hope. 3. Building a circle of champions. Raising Isaac was never meant to be a solo act. The Kearneys built a team: therapists, special educators, medical professionals, and other parents walking similar paths. Their secret. They surrounded Isaac with believers, not just professionals, but people who believed in his potential. They welcomed help without shame. They built a community that didn't pity Isaac, they celebrated him.
4. Customizing care, not conforming to norms. Every decision, whether about feeding tubes, therapy regimens, or surgeries, was weighed with care. Melissa became Isaac's fiercest researcher. Alan became his fiercest protector. When Isaac's condition affected his facial bones, leading to the craniosynostosis diagnosis, it demanded a new level of sacrifice and strategy. It meant long consultations, specialized surgeries, and endless patience. Their secret. They didn't force Isaac to meet society's timeline, they created Isaac's timeline. They asked, what's best for Isaac, not, what's easiest for us. They turned their home into a sanctuary of healing, adapting spaces, routines, and even speech methods to suit his needs. 5. Speaking life over disability. The Kearneys never allowed the label of disabled to be the loudest voice in their home. Instead, they spoke life, vision, and identity into Isaac. They celebrated every sound he made, every muscle movement, every smile. And even when speech wasn't clear, love always was. They told Isaac every day, you are enough. You are loved. You are made for greatness. Their secret. Words were not just encouragement, they were prophetic declarations. They taught Isaac, and everyone around him, that worth isn't measured by ability. They used social media and storytelling to change perceptions and amplify Isaac's joy. 6. Normalizing the extraordinary. The Kearneys made a commitment: Isaac would have a childhood, not just a diagnosis. He'd go to parks, celebrate birthdays, wear costumes, enjoy music, and cheer for Liverpool FC like any other boy. Their secret. They fought for inclusion, not just access. They gave Isaac a life rich in color, not confined to hospitals and clinics. They didn't just protect Isaac from the world, they prepared him to shine in it. 7. Creating legacy, not just survival. Isaac's life became more than a personal journey, it became a message to the world. Through videos, community talks, and online platforms, Melissa and Alan shared their story to educate, uplift, and inspire. If Isaac can make people smile and give hope, then he's already done more than most people ever do. Their secret. They turned pain into purpose. They gave Isaac not just love, but a platform. They believe that his life will change others, even if he never speaks a word. Final thoughts: the power of love beyond diagnosis. Melissa and Alan Kearney are not just parents of a child with special needs, they are architects of a miracle, builders of a future they were told would never come. In Isaac's laughter, in his milestones, in his daily fight for breath and life, we see not just struggle, we see glory. Their secret isn't just strategy or strength, it's this: they chose to see Isaac not through the lens of limitation, but through the eyes of love. To every parent walking a similar path, they offered this encouragement. You were chosen. Not because you are perfect, but because you have the kind of love that never gives up. And that love, it's enough to change the world. Isaac's life is not a tragedy, it's a testimony. And Melissa and Alan Kearney? They are the authors of a love story the world will never forget. If you were inspired by this article of Alan, Melissa and Isaac, kindly like and share this video to encourage someone today, and do subscribe to keep following Isaac's stories and inspirations.